Hey everybody, what's up? This is Sweezy's World. I hope you're all having a great day. I really am. Hope the weather's nice where you're at. The weather's pretty good where I'm at. It's close to 80 degrees today. Kind of cloudy, but it's okay. It's a good day. It's not monsooning. We don't have any hurricanes, so, it's all good. I guess there's a lot of disruptions maybe going around the country, maybe even around the world against poor Tesla. You know, why? I have to ask why. The guy's done nothing to hurt you or me. He's done everything but to try and help the government and try to help the people and the country. Now, you may disagree with that, and sometimes you may disagree with how they're doing it, but you got to think of it this way. For decades, our government, no matter who's in charge, have been saying they want to reduce spending. They want a clean house. They want to cut all the fat, and never done it, and added more and more and more crap to the big piggy bank. They used everything that we make, our money, our taxes, as their piggy bank. And they never put nothing back. They just kept drawing out. So President Trump finally decided that enough's enough. He's got 4 more years left to go. He doesn't have to worry about re-election. So what he's going to do is just try and get this place squared away. Now, I believe he had a revelation. Now, because he's not acting like Trump. He really isn't. When Trump came this close to meeting his maker through the year, he had a revelation. It changed him in here. Now, some of you may not believe that, but it did. It changed him right here. And it also changed him right here. And he's governing a whole different way than he would have his first term. And the big problem we've got, the number one problem he's got, is that all these people, and I've said it and other people have said it, those who cry the loudest, who try the hardest to stop him from cutting back the government, they're the ones that got the most to hide. He's cutting in the Schumer's piggy banks. He's cutting in to all the Democratic piggy banks so they can't throw all of our tax dollars away. Now, there's a few Republicans in there too, but it's mostly the Democratic Party, my opinion. Well, really, it's not my opinion. Turn on the TV and look. I rest my case. 10 minutes of watching the news, I rest my case. Right now, as far as I know, they're out there running around, shaking little duckies in their hand and jumping up and down and rolling around on the ground and claiming them, we're going to win. We're going to win. I know you've heard that before. Now, give me a break. But what's happening is the Doge with Mr. Tesla. They're going after Tesla for no reason whatsoever. They're going against a company that employs hundreds of thousands of people. If they bring part of the Tesla company down, then their stock drops, then these people's retirement funds go by the wayside. Now, they did nothing to you. They're Democrats, they're Republicans, but they're getting nailed by a bunch of commie leftists. I call it the way I see it. Evil has taken over the Democratic Party. I rest my case, turn on the news. Just as simple as watching the news. And you can see what I'm telling you is true. And it's sad because there's no reason to burn down and go after people who owns a Tesla car. The car, so what? If you go after somebody's car, it's already been bought and paid for. The money's already gone. This is something they own. And yet, these numbskulls from the other side are out there trying to destroy all the cars. There's something wrong. Elon Musk is not the problem. The problem is the Democratic Party with all their hands in piggy banks, and now they can't do that no more. That's the problem. And that's why they're so upset. And that's why I'll do anything and everything and say anything and do anything to put a stop to it. Now, they got some radical judges on their side at the moment, but they're getting to be overruled by the United States Supreme Court, saying that they can't do what they're doing. And they shouldn't. That's out of their jurisdiction, but yet they're doing it. Now, Trump, being as simple, borderline guy the way he is now, he's doing it the right way. If this happened probably during his first term, probably at this point in the game, there'd be special forces paying a visit to these judges. I guarantee it. Now, we wouldn't know about it, but I guarantee you that something like that could and would probably have happened and made him an offer they couldn't refuse. My thoughts, my opinion. I think that would happen. Now, I tell you, if it were me and I was in the White House and I had all this commotion going on, it wouldn't be going on. They would really have a reason to hate me. They call me a fascist. They would call me all this and that. If it were me, I would give them something to really worry about. It's not me, and I don't advocate any violence by any kind, of any nature, any form. I'm just saying, if I was the one in charge now, a lot of this would not be going on. I'd round them all up, and I'd send all these heavy-duty protesters, because you're allowed to protest. Sure you are. It's America. It's a freedom. We have freedoms. But a lot of these people don't get it. And my own opinion is what I would do is obviously not what the real president is doing. He's being very cautious and going exactly according to law. And in result, he's going to be, placated, whatever you call it, and he'll be able to do what he needs to do because these little judges don't have the authority to do what they're doing. And like I said, I'd make him an offer they couldn't refuse, but that's just me. But I'm telling you, they're all after Doge because Doge is trying to help me and you. That's right. With money. And he's trying to help it. And you say, why is he trying to help that? Well, you don't think he can't have a heart for the country? He loves this country. Yeah, is he the richest man in the world? Even still, he's the richest man in the world. What does that have to do with loving your country? He was born, right, in South Africa. He now has allegiance to America. He's a citizen. Is he not allowed to have rights? Is he not allowed to go ahead and, when he's asked by his president, to give him a hand, and because, the president doesn't know how to do all that, to give him a hand in reducing the federal budget? Finding fraud and wasteful spending. Would you not do that if he asked you to do it? If your president asked you to do that, would you not do that? Depending on what side of the party you're on. You'd have to decide that. If I had that knowledge and he asked me to do it, I'd be doing the same thing. But Elon Musk is being picked on because that is exactly why. He's taking the money away from the little piggy bankers who want to get their money and stick their little hands in a piggy bank. I forget the name of that one dude. If you might have remembered him maybe a week ago, maybe probably a couple of weeks ago now, back in the day when they were all jumping around on the streets and rolling around on the grass, whining and crying and all this stuff. This guy stands up there at the microphone and screams it, "Take your hand off my money. Rest my case." It's not his money. It's nowhere near his money. I'm just saying. It's not his money, but that's what he said. You mark my word. If you can find that back, that's exactly what he said. And if I can find it back, I'll put it up here and you can see it. Doesn't make no sense. It's not his money. And he's getting upset and mad because Doge is cutting the fat. And his hands were in the till. And now he's pissed because he says, that's my money. He said, that's my money. Well, that's not his money. That's the people's money. That's my money. Not your money and his money. It's your money. But you rest my case. If you remember that, if you watched it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It stands right up there, plain as day, screaming at almost loud of his voice. Mr. Musk, get your hands off my money. Rest my case. So, because he's doing that, he's cutting fraud, he's saving billions, and people are hating him for it. That's, somehow that's not logical. You know why it's not logical? Now, I believe in the God upstairs. He's my Lord and Savior. I also believe in the other guy, because you can't have really one without the other. I believe, my own opinion, and I think it's pretty well documented just by looking and watching, that Satan has got a hold of the Democratic Party. He does. You can just watch and see. Like I said, you don't have to take my word for that one. Just turn it on and watch. You'll see. So I'm just trying to bring this point across that evil has got the other side. How we stop evil? I don't know. We pray, because we know in the very end that God is in full control, but God allows bad things to happen. That's called free will. Bad things to happen. You have a choice to either be good or bad. Do evil, not do evil. It's a choice. And God gave you that choice. At some point, he's going to call you on it. If you're making the wrong choices, at some point in time, he's going to call you out on it. And you're going to stand before him, and he may ask you, you may not ever have a chance to speak. He may just show you. But he may ask you to account for it. What are you going to say? Especially if you're on the other side. What are you going to say? What can you say? It's mind-boggling. It just truly is mind-boggling. So, all right, without further ado, I don't want to keep any longer. I appreciate y'all being here. Some of this stuff kind of gets under my skin, even though I know what the end result's going to be at the very end. But we have to go through a whole lot of water, muddy water, to get to the clean water, if you know what I mean. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate you being here. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate that. Appreciate those thumbs up. That helps a lot. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Come back and visit once in a while. You may like it. Like I said, I talk about things that interest me, and hopefully they interest you. And I have a whole lot of subjects that I'm interested in, and I usually hit them up and I talk about them. It's just me talking to you one-on-one. This is not perfect. This is not a studio. You see where I'm at. So, there's nothing fancy-dancy about this place. It's just me, my ideas, talking to you, and your ideas. So if you got something different, or you agree, disagree, whatever, comment. Please comment. Appreciate it. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Be nice. But yeah, you can disagree with me all the time. Do I stress and worry over all this stuff? No. I already know what's going to happen in the end. But it interests me. And that's what I talk about, things that interest me. And all this stuff interests me. Why the bad, why the evil, and why the left is so the way they are. It's just weird. It's just weird. Maybe it's because I'm on the right. I don't know. I'd rather be on the right than the wrong. Just saying. All right, then. Hey, look, there's nothing but love for you guys. I truly mean it. Stay strong. Be good. Be careful. Enjoy. And until next time, catch you later.